Okay, welcome to day 4. Had to think where we were in our Fearless Challenge. Now, today, as y'all can tell, I'm wearing the same shirt because I'm doing several videos all in one day to make it easier on myself because tomorrow's going to be a busy day. Or today, really, is a busy day. The day that you're watching this is really a busy day. So, we are going to talk about reading labels. Now, the hard part that sometimes, this was one thing it took me a little while to understand and to really grab hold of, was the reading of labels. Now, I've always been this, reading labels, that's not fun. I don't want to do that. It's too much trouble. Why do we have to read labels? And as I've started learning more about the whole reading of labels in general and realizing that I had to make a change as I saw what a lot of these things were that we had in our things that we were using every day. I was like, okay, now I've got to really make a change, because when you know better, you do better. So now that we know better, we really have to make choices and conscious choices every day. So we have to really think about, what is it that we're putting in our bodies? What are we putting on our kids every day? Because we are the gatekeeper of our home. We are the ones that are here, especially moms. We're here. We're the ones that's fixing their lunch. We're the ones that's cleaning their clothes. We're the ones that's doing the shopping. We're the ones having to pay attention to everything that we're doing. And so therefore, we have to answer for what we've done to our family. So one of the things that it seems daunting to me sometimes is going to the grocery store, trying to figure out, some things say they're organic. Lots of things say, oh, I'm organic, eat me. But then when you really start looking at it, and if you really pay attention, there's still gobs of sugar, there's still lots of different dyes, there's all kinds of things that still is not good for our bodies that's in that. So my challenge to you is, on the reading labels, think about, this was like an enlightening thought to me. You probably already know this. I was like mind blown, yeah, that really makes sense. But looking for things that, of course, do not have dye in them. I have one little person who you can really see the effects of dye when he eats or drinks anything with red dye, or, I don't know, where, little fly, or a yellow dye, something like that. I can really see what that does to him. I can physically watch him go from one person to a different person within a few minutes. It is the craziest thing. I've never had one to be that extreme before. He throws up. He acts different. It is the craziest thing. So I really, really, really try to keep him away from anything with red dye in it. But then when you really pay attention, if you're really focusing on what your kids are doing and you're with them all the time, and I think that's one thing that makes it hard, because if you're working outside the home, or your kids are in daycare, or they go into school every day, we don't always see those effects. We see them get up in the morning, they go to school, they're okay, when you get them up, they're tired, they're ornery, they're waking up, you're just assuming, oh, they're waking up, they don't feel good, and then they send off to school. They get home from school, they've had a really long day, okay, we're both tired, everybody's ornery. So really, you don't get the full effect of any of what's going on during the day. You get kind of the raw end of your kids. They get the raw end of you by the end of the day, because it's been a day. Everybody's just got to get home. Everybody's got to fix supper. Everybody's got to eat. Everybody's got to take a bath. Everybody's got to do homework. So you're just starting over in the craziness. So we may not really be seeing those effects, like what a dye or any particular food may be having on our kids. For me, I've been very fortunate to be able to be at home. I work from home. I homeschool. So while I'm with my people 24/7, which can be tiring, I'm also very fortunate because I can see when different things happen within their body. If I'm giving them something that's not good, I can watch the effects of that. And so I was able to see what the red dye was doing to him. And really physically, one moment he's sitting here and he's playing and has his Legos, and the next moment he's like literally bouncing off the wall, screaming and hollering and beating everything that's in sight, like that far extreme crazy. But if he was at school, I wouldn't have thought about that. I would have thought, well, he's learning these crazy things from school, or he's just tired and he's been pent up all day. Now he's like going nuts. I wouldn't think about it if he was going to school and drinking Kool-Aid every day. So we have to really be aware of the things that we're putting in our kids. So when you go to the store and you pick up a bottle of, just say, we'll say ice cream. A lot of ice cream, like, of course, your first ingredients is going to be like milk and eggs, possibly, maybe. But then there's going to be this whole long line list of different sugars. Now, a lot of times people will say if sugars are way down on the list, that's better, which is true. But you also have to see the underlying sugars. There's a lot of different little names through there that's actually like some sort of blah, 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 glucose, whatever, or something, and fructose, blah, blah, blah stuff. You've got to really be aware of all of those different types of things that's disguised different words that are really sugars. So you may have 15 different things, and it may finally say the actual word sugar down at the bottom. Well, but what about all those fructoses and all those little things that's in there? There's still a gob of sugar. So we have to be thinking as we're looking at the back of the container, things that you can pronounce, things like vanilla or milk or eggs or whatever. That's fine. Grab those things that you have that you can see the actual names that you know what they are. Ingredient lists that are shorter, that's not like 15 names long, but something that has just 3 or 4 ingredients. Those are the things you want to choose from. Those are the things that are better for you to have, and not choosing the big crazy stuff. Now, when it comes to things like your laundry detergent, your face wash, your shampoos, your dish soap, all of those kind of things, some of those names are a lot harder to understand, and we may not really even understand why they're bad. So I'm going to give you a list of different known chemicals that are not good for our bodies and why they're bad and what they're in. So mineral oil, also known as liquidum, paraffinium, paraffin oil, paraffin wax, petroleum jelly, or just petroleum. Oh goodness, I gotta sneeze. Oh my goodness. My allergies have been just like really crazy lately. I don't know. Something must be blooming. Or I may have put too much stuff on my little nose ring this morning. I don't know. Oh, it's my eye water. Okay. So anything with petroleum, anything, not good. It is a derivative of petroleum, of course, but why do we hate it? It clogs pores, prevents skin from releasing toxins, and leads to skin cancer after prolonged exposure. Inhalation causes respiratory distress. Taken internally, it can block absorption of key essential nutrients and vitamins. Where can you find it? Of course, in petroleum jelly, but also in shampoo, in lotions, and even in baby oil. So don't use that on your babies. Just, you'll have to figure out something else, but do not use that on your babies at all. Phtalates. What is it? It is a chemical that makes plastics flexible. It's awesome. Why do we hate it? It interferes with hormone production and mimics estrogen when absorbed. That is probably one of the worst things that I have come to find out. The xenoestrogen is absolutely horrible, and it is just about in everything that we use. So where can we find this? This is in plastic food packaging, lotions, cleaners, nail polishes, and glues. So it's in everything. It makes plastic flexible. So you think about, why do you need for lotion to be flexible? I mean, yes, it needs to move. Yes, you got to put it on your hands, but why do you need to put something like that in lotion? I mean, that's just weird. So not a good thing to use. But the xenoestrogen actually causes, like, it's causing boys to become more feminine and girls to become more masculine because you're adding too much estrogen into the body. So that's not good. On top of that, then we have the fact that when these same chemicals are going into our water systems, fish are even becoming, like male fish are having the same effect as a woman fish. Like these male fish are becoming pregnant, which is crazy. It is the weirdest thing ever. And so like that's messing with the ecosystem all the way around, because then the fish, you're not getting the same quality of fish once it's changing. I don't know really else to describe that. Okay, parabens is next, also known as menthol, ethyl, and butyl. This is, what is it? It's a class of effective but highly controversial preservatives. Why do we hate it? In 1996, there was a study, there was 20 breast cancer biopsies done of cancer tumors, and they found paraffin present in the tissue of each. Previously, it had been believed that paraffin chemicals were extracted from the body. The conclusion by Professor Philippa Darby, their detection in human breast tumors is of concern, as parabens have been known to mimic the action of the female hormone estrogen. So there again, we have another xenoestrogen. And these are found in our cosmetics, our bath stuff, like that we bathe in, and all of our body washes and things like that. Any kind of body product, shampoos, and conditioners. So there are two different things that are in our body lotions, cleaners, things that we're putting on our body every single day. Two different things that are in all of those things that cause cancer and that mimic estrogen. Urea. Now, urea is kind of funny to me because we've talked about urea before, and it's just very funny to me. But it's also known as diazolindole urea. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Or imidazole urea. Don't know how to pronounce it, but it's really, really, really long name. It is a preservative created from ammonia and carbon monoxide. We hate it because synthetic urea releases formaldehyde, which is also a known carcinogen. You can find it also in our cosmetics, commercial fertilizers, our bath and body products, face wash, skin serums, and body sprays. It's amazing. So amazing. Next is talc. Now we hear tons on talc. Those, of course, you know, like the commercials. If you've used talcum powder and you've gotten cancer, then call 1-800 whatever. So it is a clay mineral. When crushed into a powder is known as talcum powder. We hate it because it's linked to ovarian cancer, and it carries a 60% increased risk when used in the genital area, and a 90% increased risk when using as a feminine deodorant product. We can find it in our cosmetics, baby powder, feminine product, fragrance. That brings us to a whole nother level of thinking about our feminine products that we use, because they, of course, you don't want to stink. So they put some talcum in that. Oh my word, that fly is going to drive me crazy. So we're still getting that product in our feminine area at least one time a month. So I tried. There are a lot of, if you want to know some good brands that do not have anything like that in it, that are good or organic brands, let me know, and I'll send you, I'll let you know what those are, because there are some out there. There are some good ones, and I have found a couple of different kinds that are good. So, okay, fragrances. Just any kind of fragrance. It's an undisclosed collection that houses hundreds of toxic chemicals. Fragrances can be anything that just makes stuff smell good. They've been made in a factory, and they're synthetic. Oh, my little thing. Oh, although I look like I'm picking my nose, but it's really my little, it's my little ring. Oh my goodness, it tickles my nose. It may have been what made me sneeze. but it kind of tickles. We hate it because the fragrance is bad because short-term toxicity includes coughing, skin irritation, headaches, nausea, and irritability. Long-term toxicity includes cancer, lung disease, heart disease, and reproductive complications. Now, I don't know if you're like me, fragrances do not do me well at all. I cannot handle fragrance at all. I'm extremely allergic to a lot of different smells. The oils do not bother me, even though they are smelly. They do not have fragrance added to them. It is a natural smell of that oil that is in it. It's not an added fragrance, so it's totally different. But if I go down the aisle at the grocery store with all of the little smelly things, my head's going to start closing up. So that's what this is talking about, those kind of fragrances that you smell like that comes from your clothes detergent and the little smelly things that you plug in and all of those things, and scented candles. So you find these in your scented candles, perfumes, lotions, fragrance oils, body sprays, shampoo, conditioner, hairspray, and cosmetics. Those are in everything. Okay, this is another one that I cannot pronounce. Citrus 20. I don't know that I said that correctly, but oh my goodness, that fly. Let me turn my thing. You can see actual word. That word right there. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but you look at it because I can't pronounce it right. Okay, so this is a thickening agent containing ethylene oxide and dioxane. We hate it because it's been found to have carcinogenic properties, and even at low doses can cause skin irritation. We find this in lotions, conditioner, skin cleansers, and baby wipes. So that's one great thing that I love that Young Living has come out with, baby wipes, because that is amazing. And that's one thing that I absolutely love. And they smell so good because it has the oil added into it and it makes it smell amazing. Aluminum is our last thing. Why we hate it? It's been linked to nerve damage, brain disorders, primarily Alzheimer's, and breast cancer. It also causes skin irritation. We find this in deodorants and vaccinations. And PABA, which is another, this is our last one, sorry. PABA, which is also para-amino benzoic acid, a close cousin to oxybenzone. I'm sorry, these words just kill me. We hate it because UV rays can break it down and release free radicals, which can damage our DNA. And we find it in sunscreen. So all of these things, these are a lot of your more common. These are not the only ones, but these are our most common that we would use like on our kids or in our house, in our cleaning agents, different things like that. So you really want to pay attention to what you're using inside your home. There's tons of other ones. Chlorines, detergents and emulsifiers, synthetic fragrances and dyes, different heavy metals can cause abdominal cramps, nausea, muscle weakness, mouth sores, motor difficulties, reduced intelligence, brain disorders, short attention span, hyperactivity, emotional disorders, immune disorders, genetic damage, premature aging, muscle and joint and bone pain, and cancer. So that's just heavy metals. That's just heavy metal by itself, which you would be surprised when you start really looking what heavy metals are in different things that you use all the time. Like, it's crazy. So we have to really be aware of what we're putting on our family every day. And like, we wonder why our kids are hyperactive sometimes. A lot of times it's the things that they're eating. It is the cleaners that we're using in our homes. There is one thing, my kids, I have 4 that have PKU. They cannot have meat. If they eat meat or any kind of meat substitute or anything, now they can have a little bit of peanut butter, a little bit of eggs, a little bit of beans. But for the most part, they cannot have any kind of meat, like no regular meat, like hamburger or anything like that. If they eat the meat, it builds up in their body and their livers cannot break it down and push it out like it's supposed to be. So it builds up in their body and it causes brain damage. Well, some of the effects of some of the side effects, if their levels start going up, hyperactivity comes, irritability, some of those kind of things, it's not good. But one thing I have noticed that since we started using Young Living, because used to they would get very sick. I had a lot of issues when they were younger of different just irritations and stuff. Like they would get irritated really easily about different things. And so it was kind of hard, when they were little and I was learning how to do certain things. Like I knew I had to keep them away from meat. But as we started even keeping the meat away and keeping their levels down, there was still a lot of different like hyperactivity and stuff like that we were dealing with too. And I kept thinking, well, man, are these just the side effects of their PKU? And, my mind would just wonder all the time about what we were doing, what direction do we need to go in? Well, once we started getting started on Young Living and we started using things in a different way, of course, when you use children's Tylenol, you've got added stuff to that. Like there's the dye. There is the, all those different little chemicals and stuff that they've added in there to make the stuff work. So all of these things that I was doing all the time because they were sick constantly when they were little. Just sick all the time. So all of these things I was putting in there constantly. Little Jake, when she's not little anymore, but at the time when he was 6, he had meningitis. And so he was sick for a while, for weeks, 24/7. They were throwing antibiotics into the child's body all the time, constant, like non-stop. Like he had a PICC line to his heart, streaming his bloodstream constantly with all the antibiotics that they could find. Like tons. It was crazy. Like it was amazing at what this child's body could go through and be put through and still survive, But because of all of that, not only did they throw all of that into his little body for so long, but then because he wasn't sleeping, they told me that his personality would change and he would not sleep when he came home. Thought that was the weirdest thing, but it was true. It happened. We get home, he would not sleep, so I gave him Benadryl every night. More dyes, more stuff that was not good going into the child's body. So he was ill and ornery and agitated all the time. When we found out about Young Living, we started changing a lot of the things that we ate, the way that we did things, the way that we used, not using Tylenol anymore, not using children's Tylenol, not doing those things that we normally would do all the time, every day. We were able to stop doing those. All of the cold medicines and stuff like that, we didn't use those anymore. Attitudes of the kids changed so dramatically because all these chemicals that I was throwing into my babies that I did not know were bad, I was tossing them into them all the time. And so even the kids, even now, they know the difference. They constantly, if they come to me and they've got a headache or they're trying to catch a cold or whatever, they go to the oil box before they go to anything else. They do not want anything. Even the little bitty people, Skyly and Josh, as small as they are, they're no. They don't even want to think about any of the cold medicines or Tylenol or anything like that. They just hate it. They go to they'll give me some oil. They're just as bad as the bigger people because they can feel the difference. They know the difference. And that's why I beg you wholeheartedly, if you have not taken the opportunity to just stop and really set your oils on your counter, and before you do anything else, the next 30 days, just for 30 days, don't reach for the Tylenol. Don't reach for all of the other stuff. Grab I know there's some medicines you have to take. I'm not saying stop taking your medicine at all. I'm just saying there are some things that we just do on a natural basis. that, like, if we're in pain, we just naturally go to Tylenol, or if our head hurts, we just naturally go to Tylenol. If we, you know, we feel like a cold is coming on, we naturally go get Zyrtec or some cold medicine to grab and take. Instead of doing those things, go to your oil box and grab out, I mean, really, it could be anything. Now, if you're congested a little bit and you feel like you're catching a cold, rub peppermint on your chest, rub the thieves on your chest, rub it on your arm. Now, you may want to dilute it a little bit, but rub it on your arm, rub it on your forehead. Right here, you have tons of little blood vessels all right there close to the forefront of your skin, so it gets in really, really quick. If you put it there, rub it on the bottom of your feet, right there in the curve. Let me show you. Everybody wants to see my foot. Got socks on. Right up here, up under your foot, under your toes, that is your sinus area. This is your brain. Your big toe's your brain. And then right up under here are all your sinus areas. So pull in that area of your foot, and that will be connected to all your respiratory area. Do that every day before you leave home. Put your thieves on before you leave home. I see so many people saying, oh, I think I've got COVID, or oh, I've got a cold, or this is not a one-day thing. This is every day, making a choice and making a change every day. Grab the thieves every single morning before you leave the house. Put the thieves on your body. I don't care where you put it on your body. Like, I don't care if you're not doing anything else, that you're not changing anything else of your lifestyle. Do that one thing. Put the thieves on your body every single day, every single morning. When you walk in from work or from going to town, going to the grocery store, wherever you're at, put more thieves on once you get home. Put a little cup, if you do not have thieves cleaner, now I highly suggest, I don't usually say go get this thing. I try to give you a choice, but today I'm saying order thieves cleaner. I'm not kidding, and I'm not being mean, but I am being serious. Order thieves cleaner. Get it in your house. Get rid of the other stuff, because I promise you that other stuff is lowering your immune system, and it's keeping you from being able to have good bacteria to fight off the disease of whatever kind, whether it be cold or COVID or whatever. You're putting all this other stuff in your house, and you're lowering your ability to be able to fight off a lot of this other stuff. So get the thieves cleaner. Clean your house only with thieves cleaner. Do not put any of that other stuff. It's nasty. It is not doing you any good at all. That's why we're seeing more cases, because more people are at home, more people are trying to, the more they're cleaning, the more they're damaging their immune system. It's not helping you at all. So don't do it. Just get some thieves cleaner, clean your house, spray your body down with thieves cleaner when you get home. If you do not have thieves cleaner yet, get your thieves, put a few drops in a water bottle and fill it up with water, put probably 10 or 15 drops. Fill it up. Spray your body with the thieves. Just spray it all over. Spray it on your kids. Spray it on your dog. Spray it on your cat. Spray it on whatever. I don't care. Spray it on everything. I spray it on everybody all the time. Spray it on your door handles. I mean, like, we walk in the door. Like, it's so funny. The kids walk in the door. They grab the thieves and they spray each other. Everybody just sprays down. Go ahead and change your clothes as soon as you walk in the door. Change your clothes. I mean, like, we can be smart. Like, we don't have to make things difficult about this at all. Spray your mask every single time you come home. Spray your mask. Like, I absolutely hate the mask thing. Everybody's like, wear the mask. It's no big deal. To me, it's a big deal, because you're still touching everybody's stuff. Like, I'm going to the grocery store. I'm touching all the stuff. I don't want to wear the mask all the way home. So I'm going to take the mask off with my hands that I've touched everybody else's stuff with. And I'm going to throw it back in my purse. And I'm going to go to the next place. And I'm going to throw the mask back on. But if you have Thieves hand sanitizer, Keep it in your purse. You wipe your hands when you get back in the car after you've gone inside. Now there again, you use regular hand sanitizer. You're killing the good bacteria. You're not doing yourself any good because you're killing the good bacteria. The good bacteria is what's fighting off the disease. Thieves does not do that. Thieves works with your body. It allows your body to do the things that it's supposed to do. I don't really mean to sound mean. Just like this, it makes me crazy. I'm trying not to be crazy about this, but it really does. It just makes me crazy. Put the hand sanitizer on. The Thieves hand sanitizer, not going to kill the bad stuff. It's going to kill the bad stuff and keep the good stuff. It works with your body, doing what it's supposed to do. Back during the Black Death, back 15th century or whatever it was, 1500s, whatever it was, forever ago, thieves came through, stealing stuff off of the dead bodies. They didn't get sick. When the police finally caught them, they said, we will give you a lighter sentence if you will tell us how you were keeping from getting sick when you were stealing things. They were using clove, eucalyptus, rosemary, cinnamon, lemon, and they did not get sick. So that is what is in Thieves. All of those things are anti-everything, antibacterial, antimicrobial, anti-whatever. Whatever microbes you can find, it's anti-whatevers. It's all of those things. It kills everything. 99.9% of all the different germs it kills. Even MRSA. So, like, just use Thieves. I don't care if you don't use anything else. Just please use your Thieves. You can even put your little Thieves bottle, if that's all you've got. Put your Thieves bottle in your purse. When you get back in your car, rub Thieves on your hands, and then go to the next place. Rub a little bit on your hands, rub it on your mask. That way your mask is clean for the next stop. Then you're also breathing in the Thieves, which is making good stuff go into your body, which is therefore boosting your immune system. If you do this every day, you're boosting your immune system every single day. So you're not hurting yourself. You're helping yourself every day. Do it to your kids. Do it to the dog. Do it to the cat. Spray them down. If you have to, take your little water bottle with you. Just spray the car as you're going around. The Thieves spray, which is in a little small bottle, little spray bottle, it's only like 2 ounces. It's little bitty, but it's perfect for your purse. And sometimes if it runs out and I don't have a new bottle, then I'll just put Thieves in it and fill it with water, and I just keep that in my purse. But whenever I have the Thieves spray has a couple of other little things, like good stuff in it, but it's basically just Thieves with water. So it's really not like a lot of extra stuff, but you can make you some and take it with you. Keep it in your purse. It's amazing. So please, please, please. Everybody's talking about the virus stuff going up and that we're having a bigger jump. And honestly, I feel that the reason it's going up is because we are cleaning our house and our homes and everything that we have with Clorox and Lysol, and it's killing off everything instead of keeping the good bacteria that we need to fight off the disease with. It's killing all of those things, and not to mention the fact that we're seeing so many other effects of the chemicals that we're using in our homes that's causing other problems within people's bodies, because it's all those chemicals, just like I was just reading about. So it makes me scared of, are we going to see a higher jump now of cancer? We're already, 169,000 people die every day from cancer. So is that number going to jump now because we've been doing these stupid things of cleaning our house with all these nasty chemicals? The effects that we're going to see long term is absolutely horrible from something that everybody's desperately trying to do something great and do something better, but we're actually shooting ourselves in the foot. And it's our responsibility to help our friends know and to help other people find out that there is a better way. This is a better way. We don't have to do what everyone else is doing. We can be different. We can make a difference, and we can do something much, much healthier for our families. So I'm off my soapbox now. We'll leave you alone, and you can go do your thing. I hope y'all have an amazing, amazing day. I love you, and I will talk to you tomorrow.